So today we're talking about properties of parallelograms, and I'm going to go through each one with you and to show you what they mean. So the first property of parallelograms is that opposite sides are congruent. So that means that the line BC is congruent to the line AD, and the line AB is congruent to the line DC. And then the second property of parallelograms is opposite angles are congruent, which means that angle A is congruent to angle C, and angle B is congruent to angle D. Okay, the third is that consecutive angles are supplementary. So we know that consecutive angles would be angles that are next to each other. So that would be, for example, angle A and B. And then supplementary means that the angles add up to 180 degrees. So, for example, if angle A is 60 degrees, that means that angle B would have to be 120 degrees. And because angle B is 120 degrees, we know that angle C would be 60 degrees. And because angle C is 60 degrees, we know that angle D would be another 120 degrees. And this also helps prove that opposite angles are congruent, as you can see. Okay, the fourth property of parallelograms is if one angle is right, then all angles are right. So what we can use to help prove this is the third property, where angles are supplementary. So we know that a right angle means that it is 90 degrees. So that means that angle B, because it's supplementary to angle A, is 90 degrees. And then because angle C is supplementary with angle B, we know that that is also 90 degrees. And then same goes with angle D. The fifth property of parallelograms is that the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So the diagonals of a parallelogram are shown by these blue lines, and what makes it the diagonal is that it goes from one corner to the other opposite corner. And so when it says that the diagonals bisect each other, all that means is that the length of the line on this side is the same length of the line on that side. And same goes with that line and that line. Okay, and the last property of parallelograms is that the diagonals of a parallelogram split the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. So from the last slide, we know that the diagonals of a parallelogram go from one corner to the opposite corner. And then what the property is saying is that if you do that, this triangle right here will be the exact same as this triangle. This has been Properties of Parallelograms. Thank you for watching.